Hey, what's going on, everybody? CJ here, one half of Grit and Grace TV. And on the other side of me, oh, I guess it's over there, we have Lynn Brunette. Hey, Lynn.
Hey.
Feels like I just talked to you.
I know, right? Days go by so quickly.
You know, and I can't wait. Each day, all day long, I think about the time we get to share here on screen with each other, because this is one of the highlights of my day. I mean, other than coming home and seeing my family and seeing how things are going, this is another one of my highlights to my day, and I can't wait each time we come together to do this.
Yeah, because we always have a good time. Always. And then it's going to be weekly. Like, oh my God, I'm going to go through withdrawal.
I know.
Like, what are we going to do?
But then there's going to be a lot of research that goes into this, so maybe it won't feel so long. Maybe it'll still feel short because we didn't have enough time to actually get the research in.
That's true. I was actually thinking about that today, thinking, holy shit, we launch like in 2 days. And I'm thinking, I got to start like doing some prep on this. Like, oh my God.
I know, it's like 2 days away. And, you know, of course, that's May 4th. And then, of course, we know what comes up on May 5th, you know, that whole Cinco de Mayo thing. And thank God we got May 5th coming up so fast, because I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to get my Mexican cervezas, you know, with a wall getting put up. You know, I gotta get it in real quick.
That's right. That's right. Stock up that beer fridge you got there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have all sorts of different types of Coronas and Dos Equis and did I say Dos Equis? No, that's Dos Equis. I know what it's called. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for May 5th. That is International CJ Get Drunk Day.
Oh, okay. And it's on a Friday, so that's awesome.
No, that makes it really worthwhile this year.
Do you have a sombrero?
I don't, but I do have a cowboy hat. See, and you know, I lived in Texas for several years, and I have never seen anybody with Mexican heritage wear a sombrero. Now, I've seen every one of them wearing cowboy hats.
That's
so
true.
To me, cowboy hat, Mexican, it works. I love it. And I am going to celebrate right along with each and every one of them with a Corona in one hand and a Dos Equis, probably lager in the other hand, the dark beer. Just because, you know, got to change up the flavors, you know, got to stay with the black and tan thing.
That's funny. Oh, well, hey, so anybody, if you're watching, please hit the share button. Please share this and get the word out. We've been leading up every day, sharing different questions as part of the Grit Scale test. There's 12 questions. We're going to give you the final one on launch day in 2 days. So don't panic if you've missed days as well, because you will have a chance after we launch to get all the questions again. Or you can just go on the Facebook page if you can't wait. Look at our videos that we've been doing every day counting down to our launch, and you can watch those and get the questions and the scoring as well. So, but if you could hit share right now, share the love, we'd really, really appreciate it. Really.
Please share. The more you share, the better looking I get. I need a lot of shares. I need a lot of shares.
I don't know. You had somebody compliment you last night.
That was, I think I set that up. I still owe them another couple $100 for that, by the way. So that the check's in the mail. I promise it won't bounce too far or too high. It'll work. Trust me. Anyways, cool. So tonight we've got two amazing questions. Another one of my favorite questions. Mainly because it's got the word focus in it, and focus is, of course, one of my favorite words of all time.
Your favorite F word?
Yeah, my favorite F word, and it's a 5-letter F word, not a 4-letter F word. So, yeah. So you ready to get started?
Let's go. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to pop that right up on page here. Possibly, if it ever shows up. Come on, show up.
Maybe
there it is.
So long.
There it is.
Get your paper out, people. You're going to want to answer this.
So the question is, I have difficulty maintaining my focus on projects that take more than a few months to complete.
No error typos in there either. Way to go.
I know, I'm pretty quick too.
So what's your deal on this, since you like the focus word? This is a little bit of well, can be a very telling question too. For me, totally. I don't have problems at all, because if I'm working on something that long, if it's a long-term thing, I don't lose focus. That it's just innate in me. It's the little day-to-day sort of things that I can lose focus on, not those big-ass long-term goals. I mean, hell, I've been in this world for 8 years, and I've never lost focus. How I've gone about it has changed. People that I've worked with have changed, but no, I've never. And sometimes the day-to-day focus is a little bit better. This is a huge passion of mine. Podcasting, radio, like this medium, and now this is huge. And that's never changed for me. And some things are just going to be stronger, but it's the day-to-day stuff that's like, makes you want to pull your hair out, or I get tired of sitting on my ass, and I get up constantly, and then I get distracted by social media, and then, so it's the day-to-day, not long-term.
Now, see, for me, I used to get distracted real easily. For example, jobs. I've had some jobs that I start working at them, and after about a year, they don't do it for me anymore. They just don't make me feel like I'm accomplishing what I needed to accomplish. So then, yeah, I would lose focus on those types of things, especially jobs that were very repetitious. But when it comes to something that I'm passionate about, if it's a goal that I have a long-term goal of, for example, when I started my first business, Noble Eagle Security, that was like every single day, 10, 12 hours a day, whatever amount of time that I had to spend on it, I would just go all out on it. It wasn't like it wasn't like work. It was planning. It was, operations. It was the whole work from start to finish. And it showed. I mean, it took me a good, I'd say 7 months to get that business launched. And once I launched it, it went really well because
it was yours. Because it was yours.
It was mine, exactly. So when I read this question and when I answered this question, I looked at it from that perspective. I looked at it from the perspective of if it's something that I'm passionate about, do I see things all the way through? If I take on a project, do I see it all the way through? And that to me was really the key factor. If I would go back to when I was 19, 20, 21, when I was young, still trying to figure out my place and all this kind of stuff, then I would have had to have given myself, a lower score. But it's like we've been saying this whole time, you can build grit over time. It's not something that either you have or you don't have. It's something that you can work on and build up. So with this here, and like I said, it's got my favorite F word in it, focus, follow one course until success. And that I learned from listening to John Lee Dumas, Entrepreneur on Fire, one of my all-time favorite podcasts when I got started. I can't say that it's in my top 10 on my player list anymore just because of the repetition, but I learned a lot by listening to those first, 100 episodes, I guess it was, that I listened to.
Yeah. So. Yeah, for sure. I think it makes a difference. If you're in a job and it's not a stepping stone and you don't see yourself getting from here to, CEO one day, and it's just a job. Yeah. And especially if it's repetitive, like me, the last job I had, I just felt like, God, a monkey could do this. Like I got all I could get out of it. It wasn't challenging at all to me. I couldn't use my skills. So I think that, yeah, if it's just a job, you will lose focus for sure. But when it's your own, for sure. I mean, I work 7 days a week. So do you, though. Like, we work 7 days a week. We will, work in the morning a bit. You work in the evening, that's because we love it. It's not like it's work. So,
well, there's a lot of people like me out there right now who have a full-time job, and then when they're done doing their full-time job, they have their side hustle, their business that they're trying to launch, and those people, they're working nonstop. I mean, the people like myself, early in the morning, we wake up, we check our emails, we answer emails, then we go to work, we work that first part. When we get to our first break, we start hitting that social media and we start making those posts. We get to lunch. We don't actually go eat lunch. We're working on our business. So we take those times to be able to get a little bit more done in our business from day to day. And that really is what I found when I was looking at this question. I thought, oh yeah, I get where they're coming from, and this was kind of a no-brainer for me because it's passion, borderline obsession with me when it comes to the business.
So, like, I must have been on drugs when I did this test the first time. I'm going to have to do it again because I just pulled up when I did it and I'm looking at, what did I answer that question? You know what the frick I answered? That's somewhat like me.
Oh, so that's why you had such an odd score.
Like, what? Like, what the frick? I'm going to have to do the test again before Thursday.
So why don't we tell everybody how the scoring works on this question?
Yeah, so scoring for question 8. Okay. Question 8. You want to answer, if you answer very much like me, you get a point. If you answer that's mostly like me, you get 2 points. Somewhat like me, you get 3 points. Not much like me, you get 4 points, and not like me at all, you get 5 points. So keep that score for yourself. I definitely have to do this test again. I must have done it fast or something. I don't know. I was shocked when I looked at it. I was like, what? Bizarro. Okay. Number 9.
Question number 9 really kind of fits in with what question number 8 was saying. And it's, I finish whatever I begin. But it doesn't mean that if you answered not like me at all on number 8, question number 9, it might not be the same way. Maybe you don't always finish something that you start. Maybe something that you start, it doesn't need to be finished. It turns out that is actually taken away from whatever you were trying to do rather than pushing you forward. So that's how I read that.
Do you finish whatever you begin?
I don't finish whatever I begin. Like I said, there's some times where I've started a project and I've realized that really what I'm doing is I'm helping somebody else reach a goal in hopes that it help, in hopes that I'm also working on my goal. But then when it doesn't look like they're willing to continue, I can't do the work for them, but I can give them as much help as I can to help guide them through the process. If it gets to the point where they start stagnating and switching directions on me, I'm not going to spend as much time finishing that project because it's just not worth it to me if they're not going to finish and succeed in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that, for me, I have to see if the outcome is definitely going to be beneficial. So some things I won't finish, some things I definitely do. It depends on certain things. If I see that the results are going to be worth it, no matter what they are, because results can vary, the value you get from them varies, whether it's a learning lesson or whether it does get you closer or whether you just learned something new or you've made a powerful connection with somebody or a partner or whatever that is. But I would say when I was younger, so here's the thing about Aries, because we're both Aries.
Very much.
We are fantastic at ideas and getting things going. We're not typically known to finish them. We're great at getting them going, but then we'll hand them off to someone else who are good finishers. That was probably definitely me more when I was younger. Not so much now, because like you said, you can grow your grit. And when you do find that thing that you will work your ass off for, and you do find your passion, and then you will go for sure. But then you also become discerning on your choices. So then I think you tend to, more often than not, finish things than as opposed to when you were younger, because younger you were like just all horny and shit and you didn't know what you were doing, right?
Pretty much. Yeah.
So, but as you get older,
when you're younger.
So, but that is somewhat a thing with Aries. We're like, do you think that's like you as an Aries? Like you get ideas and you get excited about something and you like you're full throttle and you just like, let's go. Like, and you kind of get impatient with people who don't like, it's like, come on.
Well, I've learned that instead of being changing the way I am and finishing everything, I learned that it's better for me to create a team and to build a team to be able to work that project. If it's something that needs to be done, I'm very good at leading a project. I'm very good at motivating other people to get the project done.
You have finishers.
I'm not. Yeah, I got finishers.
You got finishers. Yeah.
So typically what I do, instead of being the guy that says, if you want it done right, you got to do it yourself. No, I'm that guy that says, if you want it done right, you get the right people to do the job and you make sure that the project goes the way you expect it to go.
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it.
Yeah. Well, that's a nice, polite way to look at it. But that's the way it is. We are great at getting things going and getting everybody fired up about it. And then we gather the people and we get them fired up and they carry it on, right?
That's the hopes anyways. Maybe that's the problem with a lot of my podcasting thing. I mean, when I first started my first podcast, I got it started. It was great. I had a great time doing it. And then I was like, yeah, whatever. It was just kind of, with a serial project, not the overall podcast, which now is Raw and Real. Started off as Average to Awesome, but Raw and Real. I've had some small mini podcast projects that were planned to come out. I got them going, and then I just kind of ran the course, and I was like,
yeah, because we're starters. We're starters. That's why. We're like out of the gate, like.
Yeah, I mean, you will not beat us for ideas. I mean, I guarantee you, if you need ideas to start something, go to an Aries. Go to whatever Aries friend you have and just go up to him and say, hey, look, I need some ideas. This is what I want to do, but I need some ideas.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you'll have 10 ideas within 10 minutes without a doubt. In my buddy Keith, he says he does this to me all the time. He's like, man, I need to do something. I need a side business. And before he finishes the sentences, I'm just laying out, boom, 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 boom. Just these 5 things. Bam, there's your side business.
Yeah.
I mean,
me too. And does that get you like totally freaking pumped?
Oh yeah. It gets
like idea, brainstorm. Yeah, let's do it. Like, it's like you're on crack. Yeah, let's go.
And and that's always been one of my gifts, I guess, is when I get pumped, I can get other people pumped. So before the end of the conversation, the brainstorming session, he's already started the business, got some contracts. He's like got it all worked out in his head. This is what we're going to do. And I've gone so
the domain name.
I mean, I have gone so far as to help him start his business. And I made the first phone call because he didn't know how to call the guy that he's seen this guy. He wanted the service. So I called him up. I said, hey, what are you looking for? He said, well, this is what I want. I said, this is what we'll charge you. He says, okay, you're hired. I handed it over to Keith and I said, Keith, here it is. Here's your first job. Go knock it out. It's like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
but you got to go do it. Dude, I started it. You finish it.
Yeah. See? Oh, I know. It's so exciting when someone will come to me and they're like, well, I'm thinking of this. And I'm like, yeah. And I get this. Go look at that. This is how I see it looks for you. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. And then you go do this. Oh, I get it. Totally. That's like the most exciting thing. That's why I like consulting and I like running masterminds.
See, I think Aries are very good consultants. They're really good at telling other people what they could do.
We believe in other people.
And exactly. And we're really good at not just believing in other people, but letting them know, letting them feel that we can believe in those people.
Yeah.
So that's, that's us.
So there's our astrology lesson for this evening. So back to the question.
So back to the question at hand. Okay, so just a little bit here. I was listening to some really old rap today, like early 90s, late 80s. So I've got this whole beat in my head. Yeah, I got this beat in my head, and I just got to get it out sometimes. So if something comes out and it sounds a little kooky, I'm sorry. Blame Tone Loc.
Oh, God.
So I finish whatever I begin. And, yeah, I mean, for me.
Again, I don't know what drug I was on when I answered this question because I'm looking at this like, what? I definitely have to do it again. So finish whatever I begin. So for those of you following along, this is how you are going to score. I finish whatever I begin. Very much like me, you get 5. Mostly like me, you get 4. No, that is what I picked. Somewhat like me, you get 3. Not much like me, you get 2. And not like me at all, you get 1. So keep track. And
keep playing.
And 3 more questions left.
3 more
so
questions.
Tomorrow night, we do 2 more questions.
Yep, we got 10 and 11 coming tomorrow night. And I think maybe after we do 11 tomorrow night, maybe we'll run through all of them just to kind of give everybody an idea of what the questions were. Maybe not the scoring so much, but they can go to Grit and Grace TV, the Facebook page, and we can post all the scoring there. So people can kind of follow along and catch up that way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I think they need to wait until after we launch.
Oh, see?
Because I have something already set up.
The wrong way. I keep thinking that you're over here, but well, you are over here. I keep thinking you're over there. But yeah, she's the mean one. I'm the nice one.
Oh yeah, but I already have something set up, so you'll get it. You'll get it. But you just have to wait till after the launch, and then it'll go live, and we will tell you that. So share this, please. If you've loved this episode, if you've seen other episodes, we would love it if you would go to our website, gritandgracetv.com. Please scroll down to just below the video and leave us a comment in the comment section and let us know what you think and let us know, an idea that you might have. Like, please leave us a comment.
And if we get 10 comments, just 10, that's all we need. We've already got 2, so we only need 8 more comments. If we get 10 comments, I'll shave this off.
No, don't do that.
What?
Don't do that.
Okay, I won't do that.
Don't do that. I like facial hair.
Yeah, my wife don't. She probably
really?
said, yes, I'll go do 8 more comments for you.
No, I like the shadow. I don't want full beard. I like the shadow. Yeah. I thought you were gonna like give away a prize or something.
Well, I can't really give away a prize. I don't have anything left to give away.
Yeah, you've given away a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, on the other show, I gave away a whole live streaming kit, so that was a fun one. That was a really cool thing, cool game we played. And I'm pretty sure at some point we will even do something like that.
Oh, see, people are calling already. We are so fucking popular.
We're getting blown up.
But seriously, the support we have gotten is mind-blowing. People are sharing. If you love this, please share it out to people and invite them to like our Facebook page, Grit and Grace TV. We post different, articles and different things like that, and it's going to ramp up as it goes. We've got great resources that we're going to share as time goes on. So share.
Hey, and let's do a growth challenge. How about I challenge each and every one of you to go out and invite 2 friends to like Grit and Grace TV. And if they come on, their challenge is to invite 2 more people. And then they can invite...
And so on. And so on. It's like that old shampoo commercial.
Yes. Wait, are you talking about Herbal Essence?
Yes.
Oh,
is
right.
That what it was? Herbal Essence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, everybody, I know you can't wait for tomorrow night, because I know I'm already buzzing and I can't wait for tomorrow night. So until then, you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect solution.
Peace and stay wild.